Hi guys, I'm Andrea, and I'm here to help you balance your hormones with some basic lifestyle upgrades to low-tox products and whole foods. Today, I wanted to show you a really amazing DIY to make your own coffee coconut body scrub, and it is to die for. I can't wait to show you. It takes 5 seconds to do. Well, 2 minutes. So right now I'm staying with my sister out in LA, and I went into her roommate's bathroom and I pulled out a facial body scrub called Aloe and Rose. Ooh, the lighting isn't great, so you might not be able to read that, but basically it's a moisturizing facial scrub, and I wanted to take a look at the back and see if there were any ingredients that I could show you that would be something that might give me pause that I personally would want to steer clear from. So reading the ingredients, I see the first one's sodium chloride, which is salt. Second one's water, which is water. And the third one is sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, already 3 ingredients in, and there's one that would give me pause. So sodium lauryl sulfate is what's called a surfactant. It is probably derived from either petroleum or unsustainable palm oil. And what a surfactant does is it helps water and oil to mix. It also helps things to penetrate. So in the textile industry, surfactants are used to help dyes penetrate into fabrics. The long and short of it is that when this particular product is manufactured, a carcinogenic contaminant is introduced, which is not good. It's also known to be really skin irritating. So in a skincare product, it's not great. There's another similar chemical called sodium lauryl sulfate. So there's sodium lauryl sulfate. We just talked about that. That has the chemical byproduct, which is a carcinogen. And then there's sodium lauryl sulfate. That one actually is still skin irritating, but it doesn't have the carcinogen in it. So in cleaning products, it's actually quite effective, and it's not going to be harmful as long as you're wearing gloves. But in a skincare product, again, we don't want any of those. So that's something that would cause me to just put this down right away. And if I continue to look down the list, there's just a lot of preservatives and surfactants in here. And really, when you're making a scrub, you don't need all of those things. Those things are in here so that this can sit on a shelf for 2 years. So the first 2 ingredients are sodium chloride and water. And then you're paying $4 for salt and water and a bunch of surfactants and preservatives that are petroleum derived, and you really just don't need that. So I want to get into a little DIY recipe, which I absolutely love. This one comes from somebody who's a mentor to me, Alexx Stuart, and she has really been a trailblazer in the low tox space. She coined the term. If you want to check out this recipe on her blog, it's her coconut coffee body scrub. So to make this recipe, you're going to start with 2 tablespoons of finely ground coffee. It could be espresso, it could be drip coffee, but something that's finely ground. You might want to make your coffee in the morning and then let the grounds dry out on the table for a couple hours and before you make this scrub, because you want dry grounds as well so it's not all runny. It'll work either way, but it's just a better experience when it's not super runny. Then you want 1 tablespoon of salt, a good quality salt, either Himalayan. Here I'm using sea salt, but you definitely want all of those minerals. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, or maybe a little less. I like to start with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and then see how it feels. And I definitely, here I've got refined coconut oil, but I definitely prefer to use organic, unrefined coconut oil so that I actually get that coconut fragrance. It also is a little bit lower tox. And then the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean extract. Now the vanilla bean extract that my sister has in her baking cupboard is made with water, sugar, artificial flavors, and something called propylene glycol. Propylene glycol is also petroleum derived. It is used in a ton of different food products, mostly to moisten and keep things moist. That's a great word. Ugh. But here it's probably used to help make the vanilla extract into more of a syrup. The thing is that there is some evidence that shows that propylene glycol can be skin irritating in large quantities. In low quantities, there really isn't any evidence of harm. Again, who's tracking how much we're putting into our bodies on a day-to-day basis based on the fact that it's in so many different consumer goods? But regardless, it's probably not gonna kill you. It's just something that I know is not good for my body, and so I personally would want to choose something else if I have the option. And that something else can definitely be local raw honey. I love using honey in skincare products. Honey is, well, it smells amazing, tastes amazing, it feels amazing. It's also a antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, so it's really good for acne, and it's also a really fine exfoliator. So I'm just gonna put some honey in here and it's gonna come out great. Oh, look at that spoonful of goodness. I really love this recipe. It's so easy and it's so delicious. I do it probably every other week, and it also lasts a long time, so it's great. One tip using the scrub in the shower is that coconut oil does sometimes have a tendency to clog drains. So if you want to avoid that, just make sure that you're following up your scrub with some really hot water, and maybe every couple weeks, if you do see a bit of a clog forming, you could run some low tox drain cleaning solution through it. So a really easy DIY recipe would be just some baking soda followed by some vinegar, and then again flushing it out with some water. It'll fizz and bubble and it'll clear out anything from your drain. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed that recipe and that you'll give it a try. If you liked this video, definitely like, subscribe. That'll help me spread this information and get some more people interested. And if there's anything else you want to learn about, definitely drop a comment below and let me know. Yeah, this is fun stuff and I can't wait to continue to bring you this content. Stay tuned and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oops.